I have been treated like shit by men for like as long as I can remember.
So here I am, single, in my 30s, and dating.
This is just your daily reminder that your worth is not attached to your age.
Self-admit that it does overwhelm me that I'm 35 and single.
The wall is unforgiving indeed. It shakes the core of modern women who played the long game.
If you cancel on me the day of the date, I'm gonna take that as you talking to several other women.
I'm 28 and I live in Houston. I'm feeling really burnt out from just trying to date.
Okay, is anyone else on here single and in their 30s, never married, no kids? I know there's a lot of us. I know that
They call themselves single by choice women. Apparently those choices come with regret. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
I have been treated like shit by men for like as long as I can remember, and I still have the audacity to give another man a chance.
All right. From now on, if you cancel on me the day of the date and you turn around and you send me some long paragraph saying you got to work on yourself and you got to get yourself together, I'm going to take that as you talking to several other women. And if you are, that's great. Just let me know. Like, hey, like, you're not my only option. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to be someone else's number one.
This usually isn't my style, but I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable on here for a second if you'll have me. I'm sure behind my back, my friends and family are like, she's 32, still single, never been in like a really serious long-term relationship. Like something must be wrong with her. And I'll be honest, that actually really hurts my feelings. And it's just like not true. There are so many things wrong with me.
I agree. Well, if that's the case, then honestly, your family is right. If you're 30, single, and have never been in a serious relationship, it says a lot. It usually means you gave your best years to the streets, to the parties, the situationships, the vibes. You chased freedom, fun, and attention. It also shows you're probably not the committed type. You may say you want a relationship now, but your dating history doesn't back that up. In today's world, a lot of women have built the habit of hopping from one relationship to the next, and then the next. They don't take time to heal, reflect, or grow. It's just a revolving door of temporary connections. And here's the thing, habits become patterns, and patterns become your lifestyle. So when men see that you've been single for years, or always in some short-term fling, they start to ask themselves, why hasn't anyone locked her down?
If I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out. Because what y'all don't get is us girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school, we started our businesses, we bought houses. We've been doing this shit on our own. We've been on our independent woman shit. And you talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My mans, I'm trying to have some babies. And you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me fucked up.
Only boys downgrade women, and the fact that you're like 50 years old and you're downgrading a woman just shows that you never grew. That must really suck. And so in order to feel better about yourself, about the things that are small in your life, you have to downgrade women. So they made surgeries for that, I'm pretty sure. So
well, somebody's definitely hurt. And let's be real, it's not downgrading women to point out the biological truth that women do hit the wall at a certain age. That's not an insult. It's a reality that even women themselves acknowledge behind closed doors. Yet instead of addressing that truth, she immediately attacks this man's physical appearance, his size, even though she's never met him. That's a deflection tactic. It just shows she couldn't handle what he said, because deep down, it hit a nerve. And honestly, these women downgrade themselves, not by aging, but by fighting reality with delusion and bitterness. The truth is, a large number of women in their late 20s and early 30s are struggling to settle down, even though that's when many claim to be ready. But by then, many have a past, emotional baggage, or unrealistic standards. That's not hate. That's a pattern we keep seeing.
Getting really tired of inconsistent men. Dating at 36? Pretty awful.
It's like no one wants a nice little bitch. No. They all want the mean. No one wants a nice little bitch. No one wants a nice bitch. No one wants a fucking nice bitch these days. So I'm fucked. No one wants a nice little bitch. No one wants a bitch who's gonna compliment you on your looks. No one wants a bitch who's gonna fucking cook you dinner when you get home. No one wants a bitch who's got you. No one wants a bitch who's gonna be solid to you. No one wants a bitch who will be honest and loyal and dodge every fucking dude out there because she respects you and loves you. No one wants a bitch like that. What the am I even doing here?
So this has kind of been a conversation about women hitting their wall for a while. And the wall is basically the point at which women, and apparently this doesn't really exist for men, the women reach the point where they are no longer getting more attractive or gaining more value in the eyes of a potential mate and are kind of on the back end. So they're on the downhill. Their looks are getting worse. The attraction or attractiveness that they have to a guy is getting less and less, and they are no longer seen as kind of the cream of the crop. They've passed their prime, and there are some disagreements about what this age is. Some people say it's 26, some people say it's 30, some people say it's 35, some people say it's 40. And so there are some conversations, some kind of interesting, some not interesting at all, and just downright objectifying and degrading.
There we are. The same words that feminists use. Objectifying, degrading, blah, 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 cry me a river.
As mentioned, women hit the wall around their late 20s and early 30s. That's when they start to feel like a lot of men aren't paying attention to them anymore, ignoring them, and in some cases, not even noticing them. And it's largely because they aren't as attractive as they used to be. Because again, men are visual creatures, but the reality is, women will always have some kind of option. And those options only exist because there are weak men out here who will tolerate anything. Men who will accept disrespect, chase validation, and ignore red flags just to be in a woman's presence. That's not strength, that's desperation. And women know it. They don't respect those men. They use them. It's not about a woman having zero options. The wall is when she can no longer get the man she truly wants, the one she passed up in her 20s because she wasn't ready or thought she could do better. Now she's older, maybe wiser, but the guys she overlooked are either taken, leveled up, or just not interested anymore. That's when reality sets in.
It's crazy how people will try to scare women and they'll be like, yeah, well, once you're in your 30s, men won't find you attractive anymore. Promise? Promise? Like, oh yeah, once you hit the wall, men won't approach you. Swear? Oh my gosh. I wish that was true. However, it's not. But I also want to say, like, whenever people try to scare women, like, oh, you're going to end up alone, or no one's going to find you attractive, that is not scary. I just want to first and foremost say, women have a life outside of men thinking they're attractive. And as a woman, it is very important to have a life out of getting men's attention for your beauty. That is a very empty pursuit, and that validation will do nothing for you. And I've noticed this by being someone who posts on social media. Sometimes a guy will try to like insult my appearance, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Oh no, a man doesn't think I'm attractive. Oh no. I'm married. And the only person's opinion that matters, first of all, is mine, of myself. Like, if I like how I look, why would I care what you think? Also, I just want to say, like, anyone who comments on your appearance via social media, they're always worse looking than you. Every single time.
So here I am, single, in my 30s, and dating. And oh my goodness, it is freaking hard. It is really hard to date in this world. It's even harder when you're someone who has just been in long-term relationships for such a long time and you haven't even dated. So you don't even know what this world is like. And recently, it's like, it just feels like it's just a constant, like, you see someone, it's going really good. You get to like the 2-month mark and then all of a sudden it's like, no, this isn't working out. And it's so hard to be so vulnerable and put yourself out there and put your heart out there and your soul, and then somebody to turn around and just be like, you're incredible and amazing, but no. And then you have to rebuild yourself from there again. How do we do it, and why? Why do we do this to ourselves?
And that right there is the harsh reality for women dating in their 30s. I get it. Dating isn't easy for anyone. And yes, men have their struggles too. But let's be honest, women have it worse in this stage. Why? Because time isn't on their side the way it is for men. The dating pool gets smaller, and the options aren't as eager as they used to be. A lot of women are now experiencing the very thing that men have gone through for years. Rejection, indifference, being told, you're nice, but I'm just not feeling it. See, the ideal situation would be for good men to date good women and build solid relationships. But here's the problem. A majority of the good men have backed off. What she's feeling now is the reality many men have dealt with their whole lives. Imagine being a man who plans a thoughtful date, puts in effort, pays for everything, keeps it respectful, and at the end of the night, all he hears is, "You're sweet, but I'm not feeling that spark." It's disheartening.
Since everybody loved why dating is hard in your 30s, we're going to do a part 2. Disclaimer, this is just from my own personal experience. I'm not saying that everybody is like that, so chill out, some of you. Number 3, people bringing their own baggage and own issues into the new relationship. Fix yourself before you try and be with somebody. Be your best version of yourself. Come on, you guys. Number 2, seeing potential in somebody rather than seeing them for who they are right in front of you. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And number 1, people that are just set in their ways and they just are no way or the highway in their life. Have an open mind. Be open to new things in life.
Understand? I work. I make my own money, first of all. So what you bring is just an addition
Oh, what you
to what
clapping
I
now?
already have. No, because I make my own money.
So what?
So what do you mean, so what?
So should I
What do you
get
mean,
10K?
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying,
need
why is
10K.
it an achievement that
It
someone
is
is
an
providing for
achievement. It is
themselves?
an achievement.
Huh?
Do you know why it's an achievement? Do you know why it's
Because
an
you
achievement?
can put food in your mouth and you can pay your rent. It's an achievement.
For myself.
But we are living, guys.
For
Everyone
myself.
must.
For myself.
So what?
I think me,
No, I'm asking, guys. So why is it I'm asking, why is it an achievement?
Hey guys, congratulate me. I brushed my teeth this morning. Pretty insane, right? I mean, what an achievement. That's basically the same energy this woman is giving when she proudly says, I make my own money, I pay my bills, and I take care of myself. Like, congrats? You're doing what every responsible adult is supposed to do. That's not a flex. That's basic human functioning. You don't get a gold star for doing what men have been expected to do their entire lives without praise. Men have been paying bills, making money, and taking care of themselves and others for generations, and no one's clapping for them. But now, a woman does what she should be doing as an independent adult, and suddenly it's an accomplishment worthy of applause. This is what happens when the bar gets set so low that just being functional is mistaken for being exceptional. Taking care of yourself isn't a personality trait. It's called adulthood.
I actually have something I want to say. I don't know when it started, but I realized I started to do this thing where I don't let myself actually feel the things that I feel. I don't let myself admit that it does overwhelm me that I'm 35 and single. I don't let myself feel the full weight of the times that I've been hurt in my life because I don't like to give those people any sort of power over me. I don't even like to say it to myself, let alone publicly, but then I kind of forget a really important piece of the puzzle. Vulnerability and sharing these feelings is where real progress is made. As much as I want to fight it and act like it doesn't get to me, that I'm 35 and I'm single and I don't have any prospects right now, isn't going to change what I really feel. It's hard. It's really hard to sit and admit that I have been hurt. It's hard to sit and admit that I have taken risk on love and it hasn't worked out. It's hard to admit to myself that it's impacted the way that I view dating.
Emotional damage.
But one thing I do know that I really like about myself is the fact that I'm never gonna give up trying. I'm never gonna give up on myself. And even though, yes, I am 35 and single, I'm also 35 with a clean slate. 35 and no longer in a toxic, abusive relationship. 35 and completely supporting myself. And even though it can be so overwhelming and sometimes embarrassing to not be where I thought I was going to be, at least I'm not where I was.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't get why a man has to pay for the first date just because you spent $430 on makeup to paint your face. I don't see the correlation. That was your personal choice, not an investment into him. You decided to do your hair, nails, makeup, lashes, and everything else. That doesn't make him financially responsible for your beauty routine. Let's be honest, if you were going out with your girlfriends, you'd still spend that same money. So why is it suddenly a man's job to foot the bill just because you decided to look good? This whole idea that effort in appearance equals entitlement to a free meal or night out is ridiculous. It's a date, not a transaction. If your value only lies in how much you spent getting ready, then what exactly are you bringing to the table besides looks? A first date is about getting to know each other, not testing how much a man is willing to spend just to sit across from you.